Good day. Today we are going to report to you our chosen topic, which is the historical antecedents of science and technology of Russia. And here are the reporters, Eri Alera, Jede Jamero, and Albert P. Tastar. And here are the objectives. Number one is discuss how science and technology started in Russia. Number two is discuss what are the contributions of Russia in modern science. And number three is discuss the following factors that led to these contributions.
The rise of the Soviet science up until present starts as early 18th century. The Russian culture to science has emerged through the importation by Peter the Great scientific knowledge and discourse. The authoritarian method of promoting science lead the country to be most influential when it comes to science and technology. These are the field contribute to science and technology, the astronautics, aviation science, chemistry, engineering, environmental science, medicine and healthcare, and weaponry. One of the Russia's contribution in the field of astronautic is the Sputnik 1, as one of the Soviet satellites used as part of the Project Vanguard on October 4, 1957. The satellite aims to explore the galaxy and space and understands the Earth's orbit. It was accomplished during the International Geophysical Year on the same year. Based on the photo in the slide, these are the sample model of Sputnik 1. Moreover, they contribute in various scientific artifacts including Vostok 1, Lunokhod 1, Molniya, Salyut 1, and Mir. Additionally, the RD rocket engine known to be most powerful liquid fuel that support in rocket that used in various international space agency including NASA. Orbita, a first satellite broadcast system in Russia, and Yuri Gagarin, a Russian astronaut who traveled in the outer space are some of the achievements laid in the field of astronautics. The Soviet society tends to compete in the growing advanced community in aerospace, and these are the some of the contribution in the aviation science. These are the contribution led by the Russian in the field of aviation science based on the photo in the info slides. These are the Sukhoi jet fighter plane who capable in combating terrestrial grounds and space. Antonov and 225 Bria and Kavmov helicopter are some of the examples of aircraft built in Russia.
Chemistry. One of the Russia's contribution in chemistry is the invention of one of the famous scientists of Russia, Dmitry Mendeleev, the Russian chemist. He invented the periodic table of chemical elements in 1869. The periodic table has proven helpful in analyzing the chemical elements and on speculating analyzing that are yet to be discovered, and this invention has been used until now. Next slide. As you can see the picture, this is the periodic table as first drawn by Mendeleev in 1869. Next. And this is the Mendeleev periodic table looks like. One is the modern periodic table. Engineering. The world's first hyperbolic structures, lattice shell structures, pencil structures, grid shell structures, oil reservoir, pipelines, boilers, ships, and barges were all designed by Vladimir Grigoryevich Shokov, a Russian engineer polymath, scientist, and architect. His groundbreaking work on new methods and of analysis for structural engineering is renowned worldwide. And these are some examples of his construction designs. Number one is the Shukov Towers on the Oka River in 1968. Number two is the world's first steel pencil structures by Shukov. This is taken during their construction. It is on 1896. And number three is Shukov Radio Towers, 1919 to 1922 in Moscow. Environmental science. The field of soil science, which examines soils and their natural environment, is often referred to as having its father in Vasily Vasilyevich Dokchaev. He contributed to the development of soil science in Russia and may have been the first to carry out extensive geographical research on various soil types. Next. And this is what soil science looks like. Next.
Okay, let's talk about the Russia's contribution to medicine. Next slide. The country is one of the top contributors when it comes to the said field. Last time, or maybe in the past few years, COVID-19 was a hot topic, which the people were panicking, and there are a lot of people who died because of that virus. Some countries invented more vaccine to minimize the cases of COVID-19. The country, which is Russia, also invented a vaccine called Sputnik V. Next slide. Here is the Sputnik V looks like. Sputnik V is a well-researched human adenovirus vector platform-based vaccine, making it the first licensed vaccine in the world. With a population of 4 billion people worldwide, it has received approval for usage in 71 of those nations. If you want more information about this vaccine, you may search it on Google. Okay, no. Ponirin. Have you ever heard what it is? In the sounds like a war or the materials that being used, in a war. Now, Russia is the world's second largest exporter when it comes to weapons. There has been much written about Russia's economic reliance on the export of natural gas and oil, but another foundational element of its economy is weapons, being destroyed in the crisis in Ukraine. Next slide. Russia's one contribution when it comes to weapons is the AK-47. AK-47, also called as Kalashnikov Model 1947, Soviet assault rifle rather, possibly the most widely used shoulder weapon in the world. The initials AK represent Automat Kalashnikova, Russian for Automatic Kalashnikov, for its designer Mikhail Timothy Kalashnikov, who designed the accepted version of the weapon in 1947. Next slide.
These are the cultural factors led by the science contribution of Russia. Other religious, ideological, literary models, and cultural values of Russia reach in the epitome stage of discovery. A new Russian cultural background manifests through philosophical views started from Peter the Great down to the brilliant achievement laid by the previous ruler of the Russia, as advantageously placed for scientific development. Through the cultural revolution made by Peter the Great, he develops a sincere nationalism mindset that would restore peace and order of the nation. Thus, they continuously engage in making weaponry and military tactics to strategize their authoritarian government system. Also, they want to lead the world and compete to some progressive countries like the Western nation to become a center of utopia region. The Principality of Utility aims to build compassion of humanity as they want to be a lifesaver towards innovation and a greater purpose in the future. Hence, these core values and cultural identity of the Russia manifest as they contribute in the field of science and technology for a nation building and prosperity of the welfare for the citizen.
Social factors. And USSR, the science played a role in economic development. And here are some reasons that led to their contributions. Number one is Soviet R&D experienced a significant militarization. Number two is contacts with the world scientific community were restricted and closely monitored since Soviet research was always kept under stringent control. Next, please. And number three, Soviet science rather was rigorously organized by departments. Because of this, Russia centralized efforts in their science to evolve to become, as it was in the past, one of the world's most productive sources of new knowledge and technologies.
Now, the historical factors. Next slide. Russia has become more powerful when it comes to science since then. They produced several eminent scientists in the 18th, 19th, and 20th centuries, such as Mikhail Lomonosov, who made a lot of discoveries in various fields, and also the first to discover the law of mass conservation. Also, we have Dmitry Mendeleev, who formulated the periodic law and created this version of the periodic table of elements. And the last one, who is Nikolai Pyrgov. He is considered as the founder of field surgery. Thanks to this scientist, because surgery became a science, and through this process, a lot of people have diagnosed and managed their lives from disease and disorders. Next slide. There are a lot of scientists who have made significant contributions to chemistry, environmental sciences, veterinary, and astronomy, and so on. But I couldn't mention it all since time is so limited. Next slide. Governments in Russia started establishing scientific research organizations and awarding funding to scientists in order to assist the development of modern science. Next slide. The environmental factors. Next slide. Russia's developed its economy from a lot of inventions and other contributions in modern science. A lot of people, specifically Russians, have made their lives advance through technology and sciences, and our environment really needs humans to make it more breakthrough. Next slide. Last time, there was an issue between the Russia and Ukraine war. Russia has become more equipped and ready when it comes to weapons. We have a lot of nuclear weapons, and even we have new inventions in the said field. President Vladimir Putin repeatedly said that Russia has been developing new types of weapons, including hypersonic weapons. Next slide. There are a lot of things that Russia put up in different fields. Let's say in the field of medicine, because of COVID-19, Russia invented their so-called vaccine, the Sputnik V, which I have discussed earlier, and I believe that would be all. Next slide.
And here are our references. You can base it here if you want to know more. So that's the end of our report. We hope you gain something. And thank you for giving us time to discuss to you our chosen topic, which is Russia. And again, I am Jede Jamero,
I am Eri Alera.
I am Albert Perez Tastar.
your reporters for this topic. Thank you.